everybody and welcome to a new little video on my channel. It's again a hair video. I hope that it's okay even though there has been another one just quite recently, but I really wanted to just show you a few things you can do with your everyday ponytail to change up the whole ponytail game a little bit. So the one I'm wearing now I'm going to show you right at the end of this whole video, I think. Just a few quick and easy ideas, and I hope that you will like this little collection of how to change up your ponytail on an everyday basis. Or if you maybe want to wear your everyday ponytail to a special occasion and just think maybe there is an idea or opportunity how I can make this work, and maybe something quick and easy I can do to make it a little bit more sleek or more special occasion worthy. And I hope that you like it. So let's get started with the video, and I hope that you like my looks and enjoy this little collection.
Okay, so for the first look, we're first of all going to need a little bit more texture in my hair. Since it's quite freshly washed, I wanted to add a lovely texturizing spray. The one I'm using is by TT Catwalk, and it's very lovely and does an amazing job. And then I'm separating my fringe part kind of, which just makes it a lot easier to work with the rest of the hair afterwards. Then the first look is pretty much a ponytail in the broadest sense of the word. So it's more or less a collection of several ponytails, and first thing I'm doing is just separate the top part of your hair pretty much and secure it with a teeny tiny little clear elastic to make it as invisible as possible. And like you can see, then you secure it a little bit and loosen it up as much as you like. Now what you do actually, which is the most defining thing to do for this look, is you separate your hair in the middle above the ponytail, and like you can see, then you just pull the rest of your hair through. And that's actually everything you do for this look, and you just repeat it as often as necessary until all your hair is gone. What I did, like you can see, I just put the part which I already pulled through in the front so that it will be out of the way and won't be in the way for the next layer. I just created several layers which I repeated the step over and over again. I secured it as a little ponytail, kind of like you can see, with a clear elastic, secured it, pulled it, loosened it up as much as I liked it, and then of course repeat the steps of pulling it through, and then you just repeat as often as necessary until all your hair is in this shape overall. And whenever one layer is done, you just pull through the layer which comes above the one you did now, and you pull it through underneath the one you just did. And what is very important actually is to just pull it very nice and tight to make sure that it looks lovely. And then we will reach a point where all your hair is in a layer like this, and it will then look like that. Now what I'm doing is just to re-tightening it up, to readjust everything until I liked it. I have to say that it's a little bit looser than I actually wanted it to be. Also, I can only recommend that you maybe try to do one more layer, maybe above or in between them, because then it will look even prettier and even nicer. And then once you are done with all your hair on your head, I just repeated the step kind of all the way to the bottom of my hair. Of course, this now depends on how long your hair is, but like you can see, I just continued on the ponytail to add a little clear elastic and then pull it through all the way to the end of your hair, and it looks just so pretty. And all you have to do now is to pull, to loosen it up, to pull it tighter, and to just add a few bobby pins wherever you think you need it. I also pinned my fringe a little bit back because I thought it looked a little bit fancier, and like I said in the intro, you can easily, very nicely create these looks for the occasion you need. And I think mine is a little bit more loose, a little bit more casual. For every day, I just really liked it, and it just looks very pretty, and it's so easy and quick to make. The thing I did for hairstyle number 2 is to lightly curl it, to loosely, like you can see, quite irregularly, just give it a little bit of structure. And then you're going to want to start by parting your hair into 3, not necessarily equal parts. I kind of try to make the left and the right part together as big as the middle part, because that way it will be easier later on to achieve what you're going to see. Now you're going to want to make a regular kind of low ponytail with a regular elastic or with a clear elastic or whatever you want to use. I recommend actually a smaller one that I use because it makes the next steps a lot easier. Secure it, pull it tight, and you have quite a regular ponytail. Now what you're going to want to do is with the left or the right part, doesn't matter which one you use first. I twisted a little bit because I thought it's a lot easier to work with. And you're going to want to wrap that around on top of your ponytail. There I secured it with a little bobby pin because the following steps are a lot easier if you just secure it. And then you repeat the same step with the left or right side, depending on which one you used first. Do the same thing, twist it and wrap it around on top of your ponytail. Then I secure it with a bobby pin again. Those two pieces I'm just going to fold over my shoulders so that I can freely and without any hair in the way grab the middle part, which I'm just going to get out of the way, and I clip it just up there and in the front so that no hair will be in the way. The left and the right part now goes back into the middle. Like you can see, I'm removing the bobby pin so it is just added before. I'm kind of trying to grab them still, just pulling them a little bit more together, though everything will be a little bit tighter. And now I'm using a teeny tiny little clear elastic to kind of bring those two together and make like a second ponytail just underneath the first one I created before. And now you can see that you kind of have two ponytails on top of each other, but with this beautiful kind of folded over detail, which I'm just now securing with bobby pins and with hairspray until I like it. And like you can see, I just really like a little bit of an undone and messy look to it. And with those curls in your ponytail, it just looks really, really pretty. And I think it's a perfect look. Depending on how messy or smooth or sleek you do it, it's very easy to create a look for any occasion you want to wear it to. Right, so for the next look you're going to want to start with lovely curls in your hair, and what I'm doing first of all is to nicely comb the top part of your hair, so everything that is on your head, to make sure that you have a lovely and smooth top half. And I'm just creating a regular low ponytail, which I do quite strongly loosen up on the top there, but because you combed it before, it's still nice and smooth. I also left my fringe part out of the ponytail, but it would have never stayed in anyways. Now I'm taking this gorgeous scarf. You can use whatever you want to use, but I just really love that, and I thought it's perfect with my jumper, and it's nice and very, very pretty. And I'm going to just tie it around the ponytail kind of. I started in the top there because I wanted to make sure that it sits right on top and nicely on my ponytail, and just make one single knot. And it's already done. That's everything you're going to have to do, and I just really love this hairstyle with lovely curls. Of course you can also wear it with just wavy hair or straight hair, but I just really loved it together with the curls. Also look perfect for maybe a summer party or something like that, but definitely a little bit more casual than like updo would be. And it's in the next style already, and this time I'm going to start with a little braid. I started at the top right in the front, kind of braided my fringe into the look. Like you can see, I just separated like a nice medium thick strand of my hair, and I just started to do a quite regular Dutch braid. The only thing is that I only added extra hair to the braid from the back. Like you can see, you already know, I'm sure, how to do a Dutch braid. You have those 3 strands, and you just bring the left side to the middle and the right side to the middle, and the middle strand always goes in place of the one you just added to the middle. And now you can see that I only added extra hair from the rest of the strand. I separated from the back and nothing from the front, and I'm just doing that as long as I still have hair left from that piece of hair I separated from the rest. And once you have braided everything you separated in, I just held there and started to really strongly loosen up that braid. I really wanted it to be very messy and very loose and just really not very smooth at all. So I loosened it up as strongly as I thought I wanted it to be, and then I continued just braiding it a little bit further down and just secured it in any way, just some way you think it stays in the braid and does not just loosen up totally. And then you just do the exact same thing on the other side. the next step now is going to be to bring those two braids together, and you're just going to want to like add them into one piece and combine those two braids with all the rest of your hair pretty much into a lovely ponytail. And what you're going to do now is just to shape it the way you like it. Like you can see, I just loosened up that braid a little bit more, and also the top of my head, and I just really wanted it to be, it's a little bit messier actually than I wanted it to be, but what I'm going to do now, like you can see, is just add a little bit of scrunchie, just an extra pretty one with this little bow. This is actually my absolute favorite way to just change up a little ponytail, because you have this little bow on it and it just looks totally different. Again, loosening up the front and the little braids, and then pull out a few hairs to just kind of frame my face, and it's just a very lovely look, especially for summer. I think for some parties you can add flowers into your braids or a flower crown or something, and I just really like it. It's also perfect for beach or like pool parties, I think. And here we go, the last look for today, which I'm just going to start by really nicely just brushing through the top half of your hair. Also, I'm sorry for that little fluff which just kind of is there. And you're going to want to separate like from the temples of your head, like above the arches of your eyebrows. I'm separated a broad kind of part on the top of your head, and I just put that away, and now I make a lovely ponytail just in the back, just to make sure that all the rest of your hair is nicely out of the way. And now I'm going to start to braid that. You probably have seen that already. I just really love it because it makes it just extra special. And I'm just making a Dutch braid again, and I just started right there in the front, and make sure that you make a very lovely tight and teeny tiny little braid with all the hair you just separated all the way to the back until you have every hair braided into the braid. I can recommend, which I did not do properly, that you start a little bit further in the front than I did. That way you will see the braid a lot more later on. And of course, all you're going to want to do now is to secure the braid you just did. I used a teeny tiny little clear elastic to make sure that it does not go anywhere within the next steps. And now to finish up this hairstyle, everything that is left to do is to create the ponytail, and that means that you only have to add all the rest of your hair to that little bubble that is left from your braid. One thing I really can recommend, which I'm not doing in the video, is that you nicely brush the sides of your hair back so that it will look a lot smoother, and that makes it look a lot cooler if it is a sleeker and just brushed back. And I just roughed it up a little bit. I just wanted it to be extra voluminous and a little bit extra messy, and just make sure that you have a really nice and big ponytail, which I also added a little bit of the salt spray again to have a lovely texture and a very, very nice, strongly textured ponytail.
Everyone, this has been the last of the hairstyles I wanted to show you. Just a few quick and easy ideas what you can do instead of just a regular ponytail. I think there are so many quick and easy things you can do to just make your ponytail look a little bit different, like this one. This is most definitely one of the quickest ways to just change it up a little bit. I just think there are actually many quick and easy things you can do just to make your hair look a little bit different once in a while, and I just really like that. So I hope that you liked this little video, another hair video again. I hope that is okay. I just really wanted to throw this in because I realized most of the time I just do a regular ponytail myself, even though there are so many things you can do to quickly change it up a little bit once in a while. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what hairstyle or which of the variations I just shown you is your favorite, or which ones you do yourself very often or quite regularly, and which ones you just never thought of and now think, I can do this, I will do this the next time. I really like that. So let me know that in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you think, oh, more hair videos on this channel would be very, very nice, or if you just really like that, give it a thumbs up, that would be amazing. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I would really like that, and I'm still planning on 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm sure we can do that. So thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Take care and have a wonderful time.